Hello and welcome to Vallo Vision News. I'm Michaela Franklin.
And I'm Stephanie Michael. Thanks so much for joining us for our first newscast of the semester.
Construction began today for the new Stephens College of Business building. The new building will extend into the current parking lot.
And that's causing some parking issues for faculty and commuters. Vallo Vision News reporter Victoria Pentecost joins us in the studio with the latest.
Many of us are familiar with trying to find a close parking spot on campus, and the search just got a little harder. This is the live look at Morgan Hall right now. The parking lot was closed off this morning with a fence put up around the area. The new multi-million-dollar addition to Morgan Hall will extend into the existing parking lot, which means faculty and students have to look for alternative places to park. This temporary lot has been added behind Myrick Hall for commuters, which adds about 15 spots according to an email from Dr. Stewart. hopes to turn it into a permanent parking over winter break. We spoke with one student who says parking on campus can be frustrating, so she's glad to see the new spots.
Yeah, this is really good because it would be really difficult to go all the way over down to near like the student activity center and park there and then expected to be in the class 10 minutes later. So this is really nice, convenient for me right now.
For now, faculty and students are losing their spot behind Morgan Hall. But according to university officials, within the next few weeks, they will have a paved lot behind Harmon Hall. This new lot will add 15 new faculty and staff parking spots and include a pocket park. According to Dr. Stewart, when the new Center for the Arts opens in December and the new College of Business building is complete, will have a net gain of approximately 23 parking spots on campus. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Victoria Pentecost. Back to you.
Thanks, Victoria. SGA will hold a town hall on October 23rd in Farmer Hall to discuss parking issues and suggestions. We'll be sure to update you on the story as it develops throughout the semester.
Proposals for the Green Fund are due October 1st. The Green Fund is used to provide grants for campus projects that promote sustainability and environmental awareness. If you have an idea for how could be more environmentally friendly, contact Dr. Susan Caplow for more information.
And don't forget, the Montevallo trash pickup changes will go into effect this week. Garbage service will now run throughout the week. The day your trash will be picked up depends on which street you live on, and officials say most residents will see a change in their pickup schedule. The city is also ending curbside recycling. For more information on your trash day, visit the link on our Facebook page.
Important notice for seniors. Founders Day is Thursday, October 10th. This is an opportunity for seniors to wear their gowns during the Founders Day ceremonies and get recognized. If you have not already ordered your graduation gown and would like to wear one during Founders Day, the deadline to apply for a gown is Friday, October 4th. For seniors that may not be able to afford a graduation gown, is starting a graduation gown lending program. It allows first-generation and low-income students the opportunity to borrow gowns for Founders Day or commencement for free. More information can be found in this week's Vallo Voice email.
The Student Government Association will hold its annual carnival on Friday, October 12th from 4 to 6 p.m. on Main Quad. All proceeds for Carnival for a Cause will go to UM's campus food pantry. The carnival will feature over 20 booths from campus organizations, a ducking booth, and some sweet treats. Tickets for playing are just 25 cents. The university invites families and friends of students to attend as well.
Remember, there's always more news 24/7 on our social media pages.
Just search for Vallo Vision News on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more stories throughout the week. Still ahead on Vallo Vision News, last week, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi began an impeachment inquiry into the president, but how many Americans are behind it?
Plus, the FDA has recalled one type of dog food that can be bad for pets and humans.
And Facebook is testing something they hope will boost user experience. We'll be right back.
Your success depends upon effective communication. Visit montevallo.edu/COFA. You create your future in communication studies and mass communication. You belong at Montevallo.
Welcome back to Vallo Vision News. Now for a look at national headlines.
A new poll by CBS News and YouGov shows 55% of Americans say an impeachment inquiry into President Trump is necessary. Last Tuesday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced a formal impeachment into the president. It comes after a rough transcript of a call in which Trump urged Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son. A separate whistleblower complaint alleges Trump abused his official powers to, quote, solicit interference from Ukraine in the upcoming 2020 election.
The president launched a tweet storm Sunday, writing, "I deserve to meet my accuser, the so-called whistleblower," claiming his lies were made in perhaps the most blatant and sinister manner ever seen. The president's tweets came after the whistleblower's attorneys sent a letter to House Intel leaders and the acting director of National Intelligence. It cites serious concerns that their client will be disclosed publicly and that as a result, the whistleblower will be put in harm's way. This morning, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed into law the Fair Pay to Play Act, which allows student athletes attending California colleges to collect endorsement money starting in 2023. This new act has been discouraged by NCAA President Mark Emmert, who called it an existential threat to the college sports model. Governor Newsom disagrees, claiming athletes deserve to profit off their endeavors. The NCAA stated it is considering its next steps in regard to this issue.
The Food and Drug Administration is recalling some dog food over salmonella concerns. The agency is warning pet owners to stay away from Performance Dog brand frozen raw pet food produced on or after July 22, 2019. The FDA says Performance Dog raw pet food, quote, represents a serious threat to human and animal health. Samples tested positive for Salmonella and Listeria. The CDC released a report on Friday linking THC use to the rise of vaping-related illnesses. Out of the 805 cases reported, 76.9% reported using products containing THC, the psychoactive component found in cannabis. While the cause of the outbreak is still unknown, the CDC and the Alabama Department of Public Health recommend refraining from using e-cigarettes and other vaping products.
Still feels like summer in many parts of the country, but the CDC wants everyone to start thinking about getting a flu vaccine right now. Less than half of Americans adults got the flu vaccine last year. Reporter Nadia Romero explains the urgency after 2 record-breaking flu seasons in the last decade.
The sneezing and the body aches will make an unwanted comeback during the next flu season, with the recommendation from health officials pretty clear.
Vaccination is clearly the best prevention.
Thursday morning, the Centers for Disease Control and the Health and Human Services Secretary held a joint press conference to urge you to do just that. The people most at risk are pregnant women, the chronically ill, seniors, and children under the age of 5. And last year, only half of adults got the vaccine. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says seniors get vaccinated more often than other adults, but
people 65 and older account for a majority of the flu deaths and hospitalizations we see each season.
Pediatric deaths saw a decline last year at 135 during the longest flu season in a decade, according to the CDC. But the season before saw a record-breaking number of flu-related deaths.
They've put her in the ICU. She's in critical condition.
It was in early 2018 that this 37-year-old Indiana mother died when she got the flu, and then it escalated to pneumonia and inflammation of the lungs.
Flu can be very serious, and it kills tens of thousands of Americans every year. But flu vaccines are safe and effective.
Even if it only gives you a 10 or 20% edge to help you fight off the flu, I mean, that 10 or 20% might have saved Carly's life.
A grim reminder for everyone that the influenza is deadly for all ages. In Washington, I'm Nadia Romero.
The CDC recommends everyone get the flu vaccine by the end of October. You can visit vaccinefinder.org to find a place nearby to get the vaccine.
Coming up on The Buzz, Sony and Disney have finally reached an agreement on the future of Spider-Man.
We'll be right back.
Vallo is listed as one of the most beautiful public college campuses, but it has so much more than good looks. It's been named a College of Distinction 7 years running. Plus, it offers 75 majors and the chance to belong to more than 90 campus organizations. Visit youbelong at montevallo.com to learn more.
Welcome back to ValloVision News. Now it's time for The Buzz.
Nick Noyers joins us now for a look at the stories that we're buzzing about. Nick?
Well, we have a lot today. Forever 21 is dealing with financial woes. The teenage clothing chain announced Sunday that it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Company officials say up to 178 of its more than 800 stores will be closed. However, they say a significant number of stores will remain open and operate as usual. These closures are not expected to happen in major U.S. markets. The retailer is among the many to fall apart due to the increase of online shopping, which has hurt sales in brick-and-mortar locations. Lil Nas X said he was going to ride until he can't no more, and apparently he can't no more. The rapper, who has been a household name within recent months, announced on Twitter that he will be taking some time off after having a historic run. His song, Old Town Road, spent a record-breaking 19-week run at the top of Billboard's Hot 100 charts. He released his first EP in June called 7. The studios behind Spider-Man have reconciled after a public split that caused an uproar among fans. Disney and Sony announced on Friday that they will collaborate on a third movie featuring the teenage superhero after they could not reach an agreement in August. Sony originally agreed to allow Spider-Man appear in Marvel Studio films in 2015, and since the character has appeared in 2 solo films as well as 3 films in the Avengers saga. Spider-Man Far From Home grossed more than $1.1 billion worldwide, making it the 3rd most lucrative movie released in 2019. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. What did y'all think? Did y'all think Spider-Man would come back?
I think Spider-Man has stuck around a lot longer than I expected. I mean, growing up, I always, watched Spider-Man. My older brother would watch it, and here I am, 21 years old, and they're still coming out with Spider-Man movies, so.
Yeah, I think a lot of people definitely had strong opinions about whether he was in Marvel or going back to Sony, and I think a lot of the fans are happy that he's going to be back in the Marvel universe.
I definitely am. Well, Facebook is testing a plan to hide likes. The company made the announcement last and videos views from users will be made private, meaning no one but the account holder can see their likes. The plan is being tested in Australia. Facebook hopes to track whether the changes will improve people's social media experiences. Facebook began hiding likes last Friday.
I mean, I wonder what the point of hiding likes is. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really look that hard at what other people are getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to make it a little more difficult for businesses that are trying to, gauge their audiences, try to see what people respond to. But maybe it's just trying to make it a little less competitive in the market.
Absolutely, because I think it definitely makes a difference. Like when you see a video and you're scrolling and you see it has like 100,000 views, you're probably going to stop and watch that video. But I mean, not being able to see that might change things a little bit. So.
A new study finds that too much exercise may cause poor eating habits. It's possible that too much of it might make you more likely to treat yourself. The study compared brain MRIs from athletes who train normally to MRIs from athletes who overtrained. The ones who overtrained show more fatigue in the cognitive control part of the brain system, the part of the brain that helps with self-gratification. Participants were asked if they would rather have $10 now or $50 later. Most of the athletes that overtrained chose the $10 now.
I think I can attest to this study. I mean, every time I work out hard, especially after like games, the first thing I'm telling myself is I deserve a cookie.
I'm the first one to tell myself, I just got on the treadmill, I deserve to have a Big Mac. That's where my mind goes. It definitely attracts.
I'm the first one to convince myself to get the Big Mac instead of going on the treadmill.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it goes with that whole idea of like, okay, you're working out, like you're burning calories, and you think like the calories that you burn, you can go and treat yourself, but in reality, you're putting those calories back into your system.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. That's all the time we have for today. Remember, there's more campus and community news on our website.
Just head on over to vallovisionnews.wordpress.com to see more stories from mass communication student reporters throughout the week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in to Vallo Vision News again next week.